Hey, ujambo. Welcome back to Learn Swahili with Victor. Karibu sana. Today's lesson is about the argument of noun classes with the verb. In other lessons, we learn about the noun classes. And what you have to do today, we have to learn the way we can connect the connection between the noun class and the given verb. So you can see the way we connect these noun class with the verbs. Okay, so the argument of the noun classes with the verbs. That's our today's lesson. As you know, here are noun classes that we started. We have mhwa noun class, we have mmi noun class, we have jima noun class, we have kivi noun class, we have nn noun class, we have un noun class, and we have pamuk noun class. I put the prefix here that agreed with the given noun class. For example, mwa noun class, the prefix is a in singular and wa in plural. A in singular, wa in plural. And under mmi noun class, the prefix is o in singular and e in plural. O in singular and e in plural. Jima noun class, the prefix is li in singular, ya in plural. Kivi, the prefix is ki in singular, v in plural. The prefix is e in singular, z in plural. The prefix is u in singular, z in plural. And pamuk is the same as pamuk because when you use the pa, the prefix is pa. When you use the mu, the prefix is the mu. When you use the ku, the prefix is the ku. Now let's see one noun class after another with the examples. Okay, karibu sana. Now let's see the argument of one noun class with the verbs. The argument of one noun class with the verb. The verbs under one noun class, of course, it takes the prefix a when the noun is in singular, and the verb takes the prefix wa when the noun is in plural. So, simply that verb takes prefix a when the noun is in singular. The verb takes prefix a when the noun is in singular, and the verb takes prefix wa when the noun is in plural. Now, let's see. Mtoto anacheza mpira. Mtoto anacheza mpira. You can see a. Yeah. So mtoto anacheza mpira. Mtoto is in singular. So the prefix will be a. Mtoto anacheza mpira. Then watoto wanacheza mpira. Watoto wanacheza mpira. You see why? Okay, because watoto is in plural. And remember, mtoto is under wa. Mtoto, watoto is under wa noun class. So the prefix in verb will be a in singular, wa in plural. Get it? Mwalimu anafundisha. Mwalimu anafundisha. Mwalimu is under one noun class. Mwalimu, mwalimu. So mwalimu is in singular. So it will take the prefix a. Anafundisha. Mwalimu anafundisha. You can see a here. Walimu wanafundisha. Walimu wanafundisha. Okay? You can see wa, the prefix wa, because walimu is in plural. You get it? Mzazi anawapenda watoto wake. Mzazi anawapenda watoto wake. Mzazi in singular. Okay? So it takes the prefix a. Anawapenda. Mzazi anawapenda watoto wake. Wazazi wanawapenda watoto wao. Wazazi wanawapenda watoto wao. So you can see wazazi wa. Wazazi wanawapenda watoto wao. Mlinzi amechelewa kazini. Mlinzi amechelewa kazini. You see the prefix aya. Get it? Walinzi wamechelewa kazini. Walinzi wamechelewa kazini. You can see wava here. Okay? Now, That was about agreement of one noun class with the verb. So it's simple. If the noun is in a singular and one noun class, you use the prefix a, and if the noun is in a plural, use the prefix wa. Now let's see in me noun class. In me noun class, if the noun is in a singular, just use the prefix u in a verb. And if the noun is in the plural, just use the prefix e in a verb. So the verbs under me noun class takes prefix u when the noun is in a singular, and it takes prefix e when the noun is in the plural. The verb takes prefix u when the noun is in a singular, and the verb takes prefix e when the noun is in a plural. You can see examples over here. Mti umekatwa. Mti is in a singular, so it takes the prefix what? Prefix u. So that's why it becomes mti umekatwa. You cannot say mti imekatwa, no. Mti umekatwa. The plural of mti is miti. The plural form of mti is miti. So it becomes miti imekatwa. Miti imekatwa. Okay? Mmea umepandwa. Mmea is in a singular, so it becomes umepandwa. Mmea umepandwa. The plural form of mmea is mimea. So mimea imepandwa. Mimea imepandwa. Mche umenunuliwa. Mche umenunuliwa. You can see u over here. Mche umenunuliwa. Miche imenunuliwa. Miche imenunuliwa. Mnazi umevunjika. Mnazi is in a singular, then the verb will take the prefix u. Mnazi umevunjika. Minazi imevunjika. Mkono umeumia. Mikono imeumia. Mkono umeumia. Mikono imeumia. Okay? That's about the agreement of me noun class with the verbs. Okay? Now let's see another noun class, which is Jima noun class. So we're going to see the agreement of Jima noun class with the verbs. The agreement of Jima noun class with the verb. Okay? Karibu sana. It's simple as in we learn in the other noun classes. So over here also it's simple. Jima noun class is that it takes the prefix li. The verbs takes the prefix li when the noun is in a singular, and it takes the prefix ya when the noun is in a plural. So the prefix li for singular noun and the prefix ya for plural noun. The verbs under Jima noun class takes the prefix li when the noun is in singular, and it takes the prefix ya when the noun is in plural. Example, jiwe limevunjika. Sorry, limevunjika. Yeah, there is a mistake, it's supposed to be v. Jiwe limevunjika. Mawe yamevunjika. Mawe yamevunjika. Mawe yamevunjika. Chungwa limeiva. Machungwa yameiva. Machungwa yameiva. Chenza limeoza. Machenza yameoza. Machenza yameoza. Jicho langu linauma. Serious, jicho langu linauma. Leo. Jicho langu linauma. Macho yangu yanauma. Papai linamenywa. Mapapai yamemenywa. Sorry, I made a mistake. It's supposed to be I. Papai linamenywa. Mapapai yanamenywa. Okay, over here, jiwe limevunjika is supposed to be V. Just was typing error. Yeah, papai is ayo. Papai linamenywa. Mapapai yanamenywa. Okay, that's about the arguments of Jima noun class. The most important thing under Jima noun class is that when the noun is in a singular, you can see chungwa is in a singular, so you use the prefix li in a verb. But when the noun is in a plural, use the prefix ya in a verb. You can see machungwa is in a plural. So what you do there, use the prefix ya in a verb. Okay? Then let's see the agreement of key V noun class with a verb. The agreement of key V noun class with a verb. Of course, key V noun class is the easiest noun class, and the argument also is easy. It is that when the noun is in singular and the given noun class, it takes the prefix key in a verb, and when the noun is in plural, it takes the prefix V. So, singular, it takes prefix key, plural takes prefix V. You can see, kitabu kimenunuliwa, vitabu vimenunuliwa, kiatu kimechafuka, viatu vimechafuka, kisu kinakata vizuri, visu vinakata vizuri, kikombe changu kimevunjika, kikombe changu kimevunjika, vikombe vyangu vimevunjika, chombo kimeuzwa, vyombo vimeuzwa, vyombo vimeuzwa, chombo kimeuzwa. Here is supposed to be a. Chombo kimeuzwa, vyombo vimeuzwa. Okay? Then let's see the agreement of noun class. The verbs under noun class, it takes prefix I referring to the singular, and it takes prefix Z referring to the plural. Remember, under noun class, most of the nouns that are under this noun class have no real form of singular and plural. The real form of singular and plural is not there, but the thing that shows this noun is in singular and plural is the other words that are following, either adjective or either the verbs, either pronouns, or either the possessive or whatever the other words, okay? Those are possessive, demonstrative, those are the ones that will show this noun is now in singular or is in plural. So, in case of the verb, to show the noun that this noun is in singular or in plural, these are the prefixes that we use. We use the prefix E referring the singular noun and the Z referring to the plural noun. For example, we have nyumba. Nyumba in singular and in the plural are the same. Nyumba is in singular and the plural. But how will you know that nyumba is you are referring nyumba in singular, nyumba in plural? It depends on the other words like adjective. For example, I say nyumba yangu, that would know that is one. But when you say nyumba zangu, that would be more than one, two, three, whatever. 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. Nyumba zangu, nyumba yangu. Though the word is nyumba, but when you say nyumba yangu, you know that is one. But when you say nyumba zangu, you know that is more than one. Okay? So for that case, in a verb, to show that this noun is in a plural or is in a singular, we use this prefix. We use the prefix I referring to the singular, and we use the prefix Z referring to plural. Okay, now let's see examples. Nyumba yangu imeuzwa. Nyumba yangu imeuzwa. Nyumba zangu zimeuzwa. Nyumba yangu imeuzwa. Nyumba zangu zimeuzwa. Saa imevunjika. Saa zimevunjika. Saa zimevunjika. Nguo yako imefuliwa. Nguo yako imefuliwa. Nguo zako zimefuliwa. Nguo zako zimefuliwa. Chupa imepasuka. Chupa imepasuka. Chupa zimepasuka. Chupa zimepasuka. Meza hii imenunuliwa jana. Meza hii imenunuliwa jana. Meza hizi zimenunuliwa jana. Meza hizi zimenunuliwa jana. Okay, you can see. Meza hii imenunuliwa jana. Meza hizi zimenunuliwa jana. Chupa imepasuka, that is one. Chupa zimepasuka, that is more than one. You see the difference there. Chupa imepasuka, that is one. Chupa zimepasuka, that is more than one. Nguo yako imefuliwa, that is one. Nguo zako imefuliwa, that is more than one. Okay, that's all about noun class, the agreement of noun class with the verb. So the easiest thing to take here, the most important thing to take, or the easiest thing to take here, is that when you refer in a singular form of this noun, use the prefix e in the verb. And when you are referring in the plural form of this noun, use the prefix z in a verb. Okay? Now, let's see the argument of noun class with the verb. Noun class with the verb. Of course, it's simple that the verbs under noun class takes the prefix u when the noun is in a singular, and it takes the prefix z when the noun is in plural. So the verb under noun class, it takes the prefix u when the noun is in a singular, and it takes the prefix z when the noun is in plural. Example: ufunguo umepotea leo asubuhi. Ufunguo umepotea leo asubuhi. Ufunguo is in a singular. So the verb will take the prefix u. That's why I say umepotea. Ufunguo umepotea leo asubuhi. Then funguo zimepotea leo asubuhi. Funguo zimepotea leo asubuhi. Funguo is in plural. Funguo is in plural. Then we use z. Zimepotea, z to refer what? Plural. Z zimepotea, zimepotea, funguo zimepotea leo asubuhi. Ufagio ulinunuliwa jana. Ufagio ulinunuliwa jana. In the plural is fagio zilinunuliwa jana. Fagio zilinunuliwa jana. Upepo unavuma sana. Upepo unavuma sana. Pepo zinavuma sana. Ukucha umekatika. Ukucha, that is one nail. Nail, that is ukucha. Kucha is nails. Nails. So ukucha umekatika. Kucha zimekatika. Kucha zimekatika. Ukuta ulibomoka juzi. Ukuta ulibomoka juzi. Kuta zilibomoka juzi. That's about the agreement of noun class with the verb. Agreement of noun class with the verb. Okay? Now, let's see the agreement of noun class with the verb. Of course, this is the easiest in the list, the last noun class. Okay? This is the easiest in the last noun class. It's like this. The verb under pamuk also takes the prefix pa for when you're referring to pa, mu when you're referring to mu, ku when you're referring to ku. So it depends on the noun. If the noun starts with the pa, pale, pazuri, use pa. If you're referring to mu, use mu. Ku, use ku. For example, pale panapendeza. Mahali pale panapendeza. So you say pale panapendeza. You cannot say pale kunapendeza, no. Pale panapendeza. Kule kunapendeza. Don't say kule panapendeza. That's a mistake. It's supposed to be kule kunapendeza. Mule mnapendeza. Mule mnapendeza. Shuleni kwetu kunapendeza. Hapo pamechafuka. Hapo, because of po. Hapo pamechafuka. Kule kumechafuka. So simple like that. Mle mna asali. Simple like that, okay? That's all. That was all about the argument of noun class with a verb. That's all about the argument of noun class with a verb. Okay, keep following me in my channel. we'll be having a lot of stuff, a lot of lessons about the noun class and other things concerning about Swahili classes to improve our Swahili grammar. When you follow me, you will find yourself improving Swahili grammar. Of course, you can support me in my Patreon channel. Just search go in your browser, search patreon.com. Then after that, search Swahili with Victor. Or can search www.patreon.com/Swahili with Victor. Then over that, you're going to see different videos that I'm preparing. Then you can support me by following one of the group that you want to follow. Or so you can have, when doing so, also you can arrange the live class. If you want live class, go in my Patreon channel. Then you choose the tier that you want. Then you see the live class that you can have in a week, in a month. Okay. Thank you for support. Thank you for support. Asante sana. Let's meet in another lesson. Karibu sana. Kwaheri.